So the new prevention magazine came today. It's August 2021. They have lots of pages worth mentioning, but I only paper clipped 4 articles. So I thought since I did only 4 articles, it's easy enough to share with you tonight. At home heart care. If you have high blood pressure that requires close monitoring, you and your doctor may be able to keep tabs on it from home with a new service from Amarin Healthcare called Vital Sight. Now, here's how it works. Your doctor decides which Amarin products you need, a blood pressure monitor, a body weight scale, or both. The Vital Sight kit is delivered to your home along with an electronic data hub to transmit your stats and readings to your doctor. No other Wi-Fi or cellular data use is required. If you use a red flag that pops up when your doctor will be alerted, if an issue or red flag pops up, your doctor will be alerted and can address it immediately. Vital Sight is currently covered by Medicare. Why is this program so helpful? For one thing, it makes it easy for people to keep up with their medical care without frequent in-person appointments. It also fills a hole for those living in underserved communities or geographic areas with limited healthcare access. Amaran hopes the closer monitoring will result in fewer heart attacks and strokes in the long run. If you think Vital Sight could be helpful to you, talk to your doctor about how you get started. Did you know that 1 in 5 people in the U.S. households has added a pet or dog since the beginning of the pandemic? And I think that's wonderful. Natural fixes, gardening's perennial health perk. Dig in whether you have a small windowsill or a big plot of land by Andrew Will, the MD. Growing up in Philadelphia, I learned to garden from my mother, who helped me tend the tiny patch of land behind our row house. Now, I've been hooked on gardening ever since, no matter what climate I'm living in. Aside from growing my own food, one of the things I love most about gardening is its positive effect on my mood. Digging in the dirt has always brought me a pleasant sense of tranquility, and I've found it to be a great form of exercise. I'm not alone in my experience. Gardening really took hold last year with the additional time people spent at home during the pandemic, and there are many healthy reasons to keep it up. Increasing evidence supports the idea that gardening can benefit both the body and the mind. For instance, some studies suggest that gardening may help prevent childhood obesity and age-related weight gain, as it also improves sleep. Horticulture therapy, a professional practice that uses gardening to improve health, appears to be helpful for people coping with dementia, depression, and even emotions surrounding terminal cancer. Fortunately, you don't need a large backyard to reap health benefits. A recent review of 77 studies found that just the act of gardening was associated with improvement in stress, anxiety, and depression, as well as increased physical activity and better blood sugar levels. Results did not depend on size of the garden or having a garden at all. In fact, simple acts like planting seeds, taking cuttings, and even viewing gardens had healthful perks. Whether you're overseeing your dream landscape or just trying to keep a house plant alive, here's the way to boost your well-being. You go for a walk. Research has found that taking short walks through a garden is more conducive to mental health than walking in shopping malls. This is a great reason to step outside and explore the parks, woodlands that you've never been to, and visit botanical gardens, or just stroll through a nearby greenhouse to discover new green spaces. Check out the garden map at publicgardens.org. Bring the outside in. Now, some evidence suggests that the windowless spaces, houseplants, can increase productivity and lower blood pressure. You can also take indoor gardening to the next level and enjoy the satisfaction of cooking with what you raise. Try growing herbs or small edible plants or a sunlit windowsill, porch, or enclosed patio. Make it a team effort. I believe my lifelong love of gardening stems with the time spent outdoors with my mother, working together in the dirt. If you have space, try cultivating a family garden or tend a local school community garden and connect with others in the process. Dr. Will is the founder and director of the Andrew Will Center for Integrative Medicine. Okay, there's a lot of good little stories in here and even healthy recipes. But I always like the prevention to family because it makes you think about the family and how to spend time together. Today's prevention family says learning how things work. Want your kids to literally think outside the box? The Cardboard Project can teach them design basic and inspire them to upcycle by Mary Giles. What it's all about. Working with cardboard. Let's get the kids experiencing and creating their satisfaction of making something with their hands, teaching them how toys and machines are put together, says Jonathan Adolph, the author of Cardboard Box Engineering and Mason Jar Science. Plus, you can't beat cardboard as building material for kids. It's sturdy and easy to work with, and best of all, it's free. Get started. Try making Adolph's extended grabber, far-reaching hands built from the interconnected levers that open and close like scissors. They let kids pick up things like stinky socks from a safe distance, he says. Other projects in his books include periscopes, kaleidoscopes, solar cookers, and more. And they all have easy-to-follow how-to photos. To make this grabber, you want to cut 4 strips of the most durable cardboard you can find. They can be as long as 2 feet each. For strength, cut the strips so that the flutes in the cardboard are parallel to the long sides of the strips. Now, in the second step, connect the strips by poking 4 round wooden toothpicks through them and then thread on wooden beads and glue them over the ends of the toothpicks. Then trim off the other points with the scissors once the glue is dry. Then the third and final step, cut out 2 quote-unquote hands. We made crab claws, but simple hands with fingers quote-unquote will work well. If you go that route, cut a slot at the bottom of each hand, angled slots in the ends of the strip so that the hands face each other for better grabbing. Hot glue in place and then decorate if you like. And that's all I have for you today from the Prevention August magazine. So that was not that bad, folks, and thank you for tuning in.